So, hello everybody, and here we are back with Middle-earth, the collectible card game. We're again trying to conquer the coastal areas of Middle-earth as laid out in the solo scenario available on the net. I've now rearranged the way I play the game in terms of just the layout. I've got all of the available sites up here. So these are the two havens, the two havens, the Grey Havens. In this scenario, only connects to the Isles of the Dead that live, Losadan, Cairn, and the ruined signal tower, and Etherlond connects to Pelagia, Dol Amroth, Lond Galen, Tolfalas, Gobel Mirlond, Howth in Guanur, and the Isle of the Ulond. On the sideboard, we also have the characters that I can play: Imrahil, Alatar, the Elves of Lindon, Men of Anfalas, Knights of Dol Amroth, and the Men of Lebanon. And it is our goal. We have 15 general influence. We have a starting company of Círdan, Annalena, Arinmir controlling Unborn. Annalena has the Dagger of Westerness, and Arinmir has the Elven Cloak. And we need to get 25 marshalling points and control 6 of these sites. And when I first played it, I actually made a couple of mistakes. First of all, I thought that you cannot control a site that doesn't have an automatic attack that you defeat. You can control a site even if it doesn't have an automatic attack if you play a faction there. So you need to be able to convince them to actually come over to your side. I've worked with the decks a little. I've added some cards. I've removed others, and I played the scenario without changing the deck, and I actually won. But again, I think I may have made a couple of mistakes there. And one of the biggest mistakes that I made is I thought that if I stay in a haven for a turn, I don't get attacked, but of course you do get attacked. So you can have someone else play hazards on you. But I think we're now good to go. It's our first turn, so there is no other phase. There is no untap phase. There's no organization phase. The long event phase doesn't exist because there aren't any long events that go out of the game. So we're now in the movement and hazard phase. I've got my 5 cards. I've got Talk of Hues, Great Ship, Black Arrow, Miruvor, and Cram. And I'm going to play the Great Ship, which allows me to... Oh, sorry, we don't have an organization phase, so I can't play this. We go to Edelond, and we are going to draw 6 hazard cards, and I will draw 1 card, and it's a Dagger of Westerness. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Giants cannot be played. Choking Shadows. Modify the prowess of 1 automatic attack at a Ruins and Lairs site. We don't have one of those. Lost in Wilderness. Playable on a company that is moving this turn. You may play 1 additional hazard on target company for each wilderness at its site path. There is 1, so we draw 1 more card. So, 1. Brigands. Yeah. We can play those. Inside Denizens. Playable on Ruins and Lairs. Nope. Gloom, playable only on a company that's moving. 1 character in the company suffers -1 to his prowess until the end of the turn. Let's choose. 6, roll again. 4, that would be Unborn. So that's then 2 hazards, 3 hazards, and this is 4. Ambusher, and that one can also be played. So let's see what we're going to do. We have nothing to help us here. Nothing at all. So we are going to first tap Kirdan. To meet the attack of the brigands, and he's going to win this because their strike is 8, and he's got a prowess of 6, so +2, that's the minimal that we can actually get. So they have been unsuccessful. This strike has been defeated. Now Annalena will take the second strike, and she rolls a 7. Plus her 4 is 11, which is enough. The brigands are defeated, and we get them as a marshalling point. Then we have the ambusher, and here we are going to I should have done this the other way around, but that's fine. We're going to defend with Arenmir. And 6 plus 2 is not enough. So now we need to make a body check. And it's 6, so he's safe, but he's wounded. And then we're going to take Unborn. And we roll a 7 for plus his, so he also is wounded. And we are safe because I rolled a 6. That's still not his body value, but the ambushers were not defeated. So we arrive in Etherlond. We are now in the sight phase. And now what we can do is we can heal, because we don't really play anything at the sight phase. We're going to heal, and we're going to add in Mia and Unborn. The gloom goes away. Annalena and Kirdan get untapped, and we're now going to play Alatar, because this is his home haven. And the number of cards your opponent draws based on Alatar's company's movement is reduced by 1. So that's good. We're also going to play Great Ship, which allows us playable on a company during the organization phase. Oh, sorry. We forgot to discard down to 5. That's really not good. We're going to just discard Great Ship. We're not going to draw any cards because we are at 5. So what we're now going to do is we are going to move. And we're going to move to Dolam Roth to see can we get Prince Imrahil. We need to draw 4 cards. Alatar allows us to only draw 3. So we have Lure of Expedience, Noose of the Sea, and Sea Serpent. Playable on, okay, Lure of Expedience. Playable on a non-ring wraith. Non-wizard, non-hobbit character. Target character receives 2 corruption points and makes a corruption check each time a character in his company gains an item. Okay, we're going to give this to Kirdan. Noose of the Sea affects each company with a coastal sea in its sight path. We don't have that. And the Sea Serpent also doesn't strike because we would need a coastal area. We got off light, people. This was good. So in Dolam Roth, we are going to sorry, I forgot to draw my card. And I draw Not at Home. Nice. Sight phase. There is nothing we can do here except . play a faction. Yeah, so we're trying to get the Knights of Dol Amroth on our side. We have the influence check needs to be 8 or greater. It needs to be greater than 8, and any Dunedain has +1. Unfortunately, Unborn is the only Dunedain we have, and he is tapped, so we can't use him. So we're just going to try and make it a 9 if we can. And we do it, but just barely. So the Knights of Dol Amroth are ours. We tap Dol Amroth. This is the end of the turn. 2, 4, 6. Oh, I've got to discard one again. This is not good. Yeah, let's get rid of this. And then we have the untap phase. And then we're going to play a character. We're going to reorganize first. We're going to bring Círdan. No, we're going to bring Arenir under the influence of Círdan. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to bring in Imrahil, and we're going to bring him under the influence of Alatar. So that's that. And now we're going to travel. And we're going to go back to... We're going to go to Etherlond. And Dol Amroth is no longer accessible, but we conquered it. And we're going to try and survive this one. So we have 2, 4, 5 attacks. Choking Shadows, Crebine, Corsairs of Umbar, Despair of Hope, Despair of the Heart, and Hobgoblins. The Hobgoblins are playable. So we've got 2, 4, 5, and we've got 2, 4, 6 is our limit. So Choking Shadows goes away because we're not at a layer. The Crebine, animals. Each character in the company faces 1 strike. After the attack, the defender must reveal 1 random card from his hand for each character in the defending company. Reveal. Does this mean they go away? Because revealing is usually... if at a haven, when I had no... May tap to cancel 1 attack key to a coastal region. What does it mean to reveal the card? Does it mean it goes away? Must reveal 1 random card from his hand for each character in the defending company. Probably that's what it means. Okay, so everyone faces 1 strike, so they are all tapped. Okay, I'm not going to tap Alatar, so he's at -3, which still leaves him at 3, so he doesn't get affected. Círdan is also at a 3 if I don't tap him. Still, now we want to see if we actually hit them. Yeah, so this one is 1. 2. Annalena will also not tap. 3. Arenmir will also not tap. And that's a 5, so that's that. Imrahil will not tap. Fine, and Unborn will not tap. And he is wounded. And we lose him. He's dead. So the way I play it is they are actually gone. So he's dead. So now we need to reveal 5 cards. I assume that this means actually... or does it mean because you're then showing your opponent what you've got in your hand? That's fine. So yeah, that then doesn't have any effect. And the Krebine go away. Corsairs of Umbar have 5 strikes. And Arinmir is going to tap his... Oh no, we can't. Okay, so Alatar is going to tap. And with 5, 6, 11, that's good. 1 strike. Kirdan is going to take the next one. He's going to tap. He's good. Annalena is going to take the next one. Tapping. That's 8. She's not good. No, that's actually exactly 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. Okay. But we can't defeat them. And Arinmir is going to tap. With 11, he's fine. And then we've got Imrahil. He's going to... oh my god. He's wounded. Let's see. We need to make a body check. And 7, he's good. But the Corsairs of Umbar have not been defeated. Despair of the Heart. Playable on a non-hobbit, non-wizard, non-ringwraith character. That would be Annalena. And lastly, the Hobgoblins. Everyone's tapped. So we are going to take 1 strike with Arinmir, and he's going to tap his Elven Cloak. So the strike goes away, and then we're going to get Kirdan at a -3. And he rolls a 3, so he's wounded. And let's do a body check. 9, we've lost Kirdan. So this is going swimmingly, isn't it? And the Hobgoblins are away. And we're now in Etherlond, where we can heal. And we're pretty much, you know, in a really bad position. Really bad, because we now have 4 characters left. We can't play any cards at Etherlond because it's a haven, so you can't really do anything there. But what we can do is we can, in the organization phase, try and get rid of the... Yeah, no, we're not going to do this actually. So we're going to go to... Oh, this is terrible. We're going to go to Lond Garland. I'm going to draw 1 card, 2, 3 cards. Let's see what we get. Karakse a hunt. No, we're not at home. I'm afraid we're not at home. Go away. Arouse denizens. We don't have this because it's not a lair. And lastly, Lure of Nature. Playable on a non-hobbit, non-dwarf, non-orc, non-ringwraith character. Target character receives +2 corruption points. Okay. And makes a corruption check at the end of the movement hazard phase for each wilderness in his company's side path. Oh god. Okay, so let's see who gets this. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Imrahil. So Karakse a hunt goes away, and now we need to make our corruption check on Imrahil. And we're good. Okay, we are now in the end of turn phase. I'm not going to do anything with my hand. We're going to untap. We're going to try and convince the guys of Why are we here? Lond Garland. We're going to try and get the men of Anfalas on our side. We roll a 3. That didn't work. So they are now not available anymore. Lond Garland is tapped. We go back to Etherlond. And this is going terribly. So I draw 1 card. Potion of Prowess. Really good. I've got plenty of items and know where I can play them. So, 3 cards. No, actually 4, 6 cards. 5. Oh God. The Corsairs of Umbar. Cave Drake. Carrion Birds. Giant Spiders and Giant Spiders. This is going swimmingly, people. Corsairs of Umbar. 5 strikes. Alatar is not going to tap. I have nothing I can play. Nothing. And 6, 12, 9. That's good enough to make this ineffectual. Annalena is not going to tap either. 6. That's 7. So she's wounded. Let's do a body check. 7, she's not dead. Arenmir is going to tap. 7, 9, that's enough to make it ineffectual. And Imrahil is also going to tap. And that's 3. Oh God, he's wounded. 8. Oh. Uh-huh. Let's see. Okay, if the body check is greater than the character's body, it's not in this case. So he's not eliminated. He's not eliminated. So they go away. The cave drake has 2 strikes, so he's gonna attack Alatar and adds +1 to the +1. So we need to roll for an 11. 11. That's enough. The cave drake is ours. The carrion birds maybe played Key to Wilderness after any orc. Troll or man attack Key to Wilderness and again, no. Giant spider. 2 strikes. Okay. Alatar is gonna take 1. That's enough. And he's gonna take another 1. 3, 9, that's not enough. He's wounded. 6, he's still alive. And these giant spiders, Arin is going to take that, and he is at 8, 10, 9, so he's wounded, and he's dead. Okay, so we're not doing so well, I'm afraid. So we're now in Etherlond, where everyone first of all untaps. And I need to discard down to... This is all terrible. I mean, I have no events, nothing to make this better. So I'm going to get rid of Cram. I'm going to get rid of a Dagger of Westerness. I'm just going to draw one card, and it's a friend or 3. That's exactly what I don't need. Okay, so now we are going to stay at this haven. We will be attacked, and since we came from Lond Garland, we're going to draw 3 cards. Fell Turtle, Doors of Night, and Call of the Sea. 1 strike. If any strike is successful, the defending company must return to its site of origin. Let me see. Alatar is going to take this at -3. 11, 14, he's hurt. This is going terribly. 8, he survives. And now we've got Call of the Sea, playable on an elf character. The character's player must make a roll. Oh God. Our unused influence at this stage is 12. So 10. -3 is 7. Yeah, we're fine. So Annalena is fine. She's not going to abandon us. But we're seriously hurt. So, I'm going to discard a friend or 3. I'm going to draw 1 more card. Block. Yeah, that's something that I would have needed earlier. So, she untaps, he untaps, he is healed. Lond Garland goes away. We did not control it because we didn't manage to get the man of whoever. So let's go to Pelargir. We draw 2 plus 2 plus 1. We get Greed, full of Froth and Rage, Brigands, a Cave Drake, and Awaken Minions. This goes away. This one plays out. We only have 3 that we need to play. So it's 1, 2, 3. So the Cave Drake goes away as well. Greed, playable on a site. We're going to play it on Pelargir. And the Brigands are going to attack. They have 2 strikes. Annalena's going to defend for 4. With 7, that's 11, that's good. And then we're going to have Imra heal. That's 5, and 5 is 10, which is enough. So those go away into our discard pile. And now we need to make a corruption check for Imra heal for 6. He's at 3, that's good. So he's good. So we arrive in Pelargir. And we're not going to do anything there. So we're going to look at our cards. We're going to discard Mirovor. We're going to draw 1 more card up to 5. Fellowship. Yeah, that would have been helpful earlier. Okay, so we're going to untap. And we are going to stay here. Because we want to hire the Men of Lebanon, which we can only do in the site phase. So we're going to draw 2, 4, 5 cards. Raindrake. Can't play it. Good. We can't play it. Noose of the Sea. Okay, we don't have that one. Cave Drake. Arouse denizens and doors of night. So these go away because doors of night is already in. 2 strikes. We're going to take 1 with the elven cloak, and the other one is going to be taken by Alatar. Oops. That's enough. Cave Drake goes away. We can't claim him because we use the elf cloak to get away. So we're now in Pelagia. And in the side phase, we're going to use Imrahil's influence because he's a Dunedain. So this gives him a +1, and we're trying to convince the men of Pelagia to join our cause. And with a 4 +1, that's not enough, so they're gone as well. People, this is going swimmingly, isn't it? But, and also we can't claim Pelagia. So now we're going to travel back to Etherlond. No, that was the side phase, so now we come to the, do I want to, let's get rid of the black arrow. Everyone untaps. And we're going to move to Etherlond. We're going to draw 1 card, not a tome, and we're going to draw 2, 4, 5. The Burden of Time. Corruption. Playable on an elf, not in a haven. Target elf receives 2 corruption points and must make a corruption check during each... Oh, sorry, we forgot to do the corruption check on Imrahil. He's fine. And must make a corruption check during each of his untapped phases if he is not in a haven. Cannot be duplicated on any given elf. Okay. Gonna give this to Annalena. Oh yeah, she should have made terribly many of these Despair of the Hearts, which we didn't do. Yeah, as you can see, there's plenty to look at. Ambusher. Yeah. Huon. Yep. Giant. No. Corsairs of Umbar. No. Okay, first of all, we're gonna use the Elven Cloak to kill this Huon attack because we really don't want this. And the Ambusher, we're gonna use block, so Alatar doesn't tap. So we roll 5, that's enough, and then he taps. And with a 5 again, that's enough, and they are in our pile. We're now in Etherlond. We draw 1 card. Hoberg of Bright Mail. Yeah, if we ever get to a place where we can actually play stuff, which I don't think we will ever be able to do because we are so weak. Pelagia goes away. Yeah, everyone untaps. So we're now going to try and get rid of this. She taps and she gets rid of this permanent event. Imrahil taps to get rid of this event. Sorry, he should have made a corruption check anyway. 3, which he failed. Oh God. Yeah, okay, so we have now just lost Imrahil because he failed his corruption check. And I guess we can pretty much now stop the game because we've got 2 characters left. There is no way we can win this because we will not even be able to survive anything that the game throws at us with regard to traveling, let alone the automatic hits that we're going to suffer at these locations. So we won't even be able to play any of this. So I hope you enjoyed this. I certainly did. I was afraid that by actually having all of the characters and that you can hire, and the factions that you can hire as a sideboard rather than in your deck and having to wait for them to, or hoping that they would come up in your hand, that you draw them as you get to the place where you would like to go and where they can be played, would make the game very easy. But as we've seen, it doesn't make the game easy because of the die rolling. So I think it's quite obvious that you can have a lot of fun with this game, but that it's also really hard, even if you make your own deck, so to speak, and try and anticipate the, even if you know what's in the hazard deck and you try to build a deck that will meet those hazards, it's still very, very tough. So I hope you enjoyed this. I definitely have to work on my deck, but that shouldn't be so difficult because I'm hoping to get a lot of sleeves today, which is actually also what's been keeping me from changing the deck radically, because I have no blue sleeves left. And I don't want to sleeve and unsleeve the cards all the time because that's not so good for them. With regard to the future of this game on my channel, I have several unboxings that I need to do. I've got the 5 Nazgul challenge decks, which I want to unbox. I've got all of the white hand. Is it the white hand that has the set decks that come in challenge boxes? I've got those, and I've got all of the boosters for the Lidless Eye, or the other way around, I forget which it is, and I have just received word from the Netherlands that my order for the Dark Minions and Against the Shadows boosters has been sent out, so they should be with me in several weeks, in several days, so sometime next week probably. But also what I'm planning on doing is, because so many people have been wondering, how do I play the game and where do I get my information from? Now this is actually just a little bit of an overview over some of the materials that I have and that I use. And I'm going to actually give you a little bit of a video tour of how I, for example, store my game, what kind of stuff I use to organize my game. So here I've got my little action sheet, but also what materials I use. So obviously the website where I got this particular scenario from is on my other video, but then there are other websites that I use. There's other materials that I use and that I found, and I'm also going to show you how I store the game, because obviously I might do it quite differently from other people, simply because playing solo I rely heavily, even in my mind and when I plan on what I want to do, and what other scenarios I have in mind that I would like to play. And also I am going to try and see if I can make my own scenarios, because I've got a couple of ideas around those. So there is a reason why I use sideboards, and I'm going to show you how I organize my cards, because certain cards will never get colored sleeves, but they will always remain sideboards, because they would come up in my storytelling as a sideboard, I would say, event or item or ally. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.